Today we're going to continue our study of Chapter 2, Lesson 3, with the second part of Lesson 3. So 3B, Types of Interactions. We only have one objective today, but it's very important. You should be able to distinguish between mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Please come back and watch this video so you can understand the lesson better. So we're going to begin with talking about symbiosis. And symbiosis is a relationship in which two different organisms live in close association with each other. There are three types of symbiosis. Sometimes you'll hear it pronounced symbiosis. It's the same thing. So the three types of symbiosis are mutualism, commensalism, parasitism. So I like to begin with parasitism because it's the grossest of all of them. And for some reason, sixth graders can remember that. So have you ever heard of a parasite? Well, if you have, that is what parasitism is. It is a symbiotic association in which one organism benefits, the other organism is harmed. So one is good and one is bad. One organism benefits, one organism harmed. And then let's go to mutualism. Have you ever heard anyone say, the feeling is mutual? That means you both believe the same way. So mutualism is a symbiotic relationship in which both organisms benefit. So it's mutually beneficial. They both get something good from that relationship. So parasitism, remember, one got something good, one something bad. Mutualism, they both get something good. And commensalism is probably the hardest to remember, but it's a symbiotic relationship where one organism benefits, the other is just unaffected, so it doesn't matter. They're not getting something beneficial, something good from it, but they're not being harmed either. So mutualism, they both benefit. Parasitism, one benefits, one's harmed. Commensalism, one benefits, and the other is just simply unaffected. So the organism in this whole parasitic thing that we talked about, you're going to go back and actually, I don't know if I have that video in here. If not, I'll go back and put it in. But it's about a botfly. A lot of times when you think about parasites, you think about fleas on dogs or ticks on dogs. Well, a botfly is something that can embed itself within not only an animal, but a human. And it's kind of gross. So I warn you, if you don't like gross stuff, you may not want to watch that video. But you're going to come back and you're going to log into BrainPop and watch the video on symbiosis and take the quiz as well to help you understand the differences among those three symbiotic relationships. You're also going to come back and watch the study jam. Sometimes a long-term change takes place in two species because of their close relationship with each other. For example, if you go back and you kind of buy into the whole theory of evolution, then they say that flowers have changed over millions of years to attract pollinators. It's okay if you don't buy into the theory. We know somehow this still happens. So pollinators such as bees, bats, and hummingbirds can be attracted to a flower either due to its color, its odor, or its nectar. So that would be a long-term change, symbiotic relationship that may take place. Okay, this concludes Lesson 2.3b, and it also concludes Chapter 2. And while I have you here, I am just going to go on over to YouTube, and I'm going to see if I can find that botfly video that I was talking about. And again, if you're squeamish, you may not want to watch this.
This is seriously
I'm not going to play the audio because I'm not real sure if there's any language in this video. But you can see where the botfly has embedded. You can see they're kind of poking around it. In other words, this didn't happen like quickly. This took a while. And there's the botfly. Or the larva of the botfly. So, yeah. And don't go out and be scared of it. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's kind of gross. So that would be a parasitic relationship.